Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. Returning in from the 16. And that return ends, but they are very happy about it. Offense taking over all the way down to the opposition's 45.
What a return to get this game started. What a beginning. But where is the coverage team? And now you got to wonder, how's this going to change the way you script this opening drive?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents...
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Back to the well again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They're throwing it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
2nd and 10 now. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Handoff now from the gun. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's completed the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Another carry for him. Jukes out of one stop, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Looking for a throw here. Forced out to his right. Hits him on the in route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Man in motion here. Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
second and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Has it at the 7. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Vikings respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
They're on the 29-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. So it'll be second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got a first to begin the fray. Lone back gets the handoff. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense in the hurry up here. Back now, pressure on its way. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast. Third down from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down. He'll look to throw. Completed to his running back. And he gets him around 6 there. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Shotgun now on third down. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. All right, all set up now. First and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Buys time, rolling right. The back grabs it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to first and goal. Kelly can't push it across. They make the stand. Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. Right on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 38-yard line.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Vikings in possession. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 38. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing and scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
And in for the Atlanta touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Now looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
From the gun on 3rd down. Escape. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Vikings make it a 1-score game before halftime. Coughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw left side, complete. Continuing to move past the 45. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
On the move, headed. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. Into the red zone. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings earn the chance to tie it before halftime. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Vikings tie this game at 21. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. To throw here on 1st down. Connection made to Judy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to...
And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. Right on for the extra point. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did. You know by now, Kate, what I call that. That's that car wash ball. Just come to life. That's when you throw that ball right through that car wash and you throw it with such velo, it doesn't get wet. It's do it with that kind of accuracy down the field. This dude's elite.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He stopped at the line. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. They connect for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10 now. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. He's going to throw this one. Complete over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. They go play action here. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Handoff on second and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Back to throw now. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take the lead right away in half number 2. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Return starts at the 3.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Caught by his back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He throws a bullet deep to the... Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Vikings take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
From the 23. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finding Judy. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2 at the 38-yard line.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter.
27.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll throw it. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. I'm just going to take a wild guess, partner, that you never got a gift like this in your playing days, that you had a ball picked off and they said, you know what, B-Rock, here, have it right back. Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen this. You'll see teams at times screw up like a kickoff. You know, do they want to defer? Do they want to take the ball? I've seen that.
Yep.
But I have never seen this.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back now, pressure on its way. Brought in right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
He has it on the pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold.
Touchdown, Atlanta! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
He's throwing for it! Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. After making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Receiver in motion, headed right. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Here's 2nd and 7. This is complete to Olave. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, they'll run. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Cut out left. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Into the hands of Olave. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Blown back. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Falcons scoop it up.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Motioning him from the slot right. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes it up to the 30 before going out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run it from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 3 now. Here he is to throw. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. He'll look to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He'll throw again on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Makes the grab and bounds left side. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Back to throw. Forced out to his right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Try and push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Vikings make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So they are indeed kings in the north as the Vikings win it at home. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.